grew up understanding the importance of Vance Air Force Base to our town. Personally, my grandma worked there several decades. Probably like everybody, you knew somebody or know somebody that works there. So you have a sense of what it means to the town. Vance has given so much to Enid. I want to be a part of the VDA for two reasons. To see what we can do to give back to the Vance Air Force Base, and two, to ensure the survival. BRAC has become such a bad word, but I think the phrase that we need to be worried about is warm basing. That's the word we need to be watching for. So I want to be active in trying to help. So if you have any questions? No? Thanks.
Thank you. Roy Newton.
Good evening. I'm Roy Newton. Lots of people know me as Fig Newton. I got that handle when I was a little kid. I got to Enid, Oklahoma, the 1st of October, 1965. Left 18 months later with a wife I didn't have when I got here. I still have. Wonderful lady. I spent 21 years in the Air Force. Loved every minute of it. I retired, became a public educator. Loved every minute of that. I am now retired, and it's time for me to start giving back to this wonderful community. I got so much from this town. The last 30 years have been just incredible working here, and I want to make sure that Vance stays where it is and does what we've done for 50-odd years, if not more. This is a vital part of our community, and we need it. It needs to be the shining star, as my fellow colleague said. It is a shining star in the Air Force. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Thank you. And Jimmy Stallings.
Good evening, Mayor. I wish they'd have given me a list of everybody that was competing for this position, because what I would tell you is that I don't necessarily want your vote. What I want you to do is look at that list. I've served on this on the VDA for several years, in addition to the Aviation Advisory Board and others. And I think the important thing is that we get a good cross-section of people with different skill sets. And so as you look at that list, and Eddie Herman's a great example, you need medical on there. You guys need people that represent the hospitals in this community, as well as other areas, including Vance. And I've served with Terry and a lot of the guys on there, and they do a great job. So I think that you guys have your plate full, and I would be happy to serve at your discretion, but I'm certainly challenging you to put a good, diverse group of people on that board. So thank you for your time tonight.
At your ballot, there's 2 vacancies, so vote for 2 people. As Jennifer calculates those, we'll go to the Meadow Lake Golf Course Advisory Board. There are 4 vacancies to be filled. There's 1 vacancy to be filled by a member of the Meadow Lake Men's Golf Association. Mr. Michael Oakes is the incumbent for this position and seeks reappointment. Mr. Oakes is the only applicant. There's 1 vacancy to be filled by a member of the Meadow Lake Women's Golf Association. Ms. Patricia Rainey is the incumbent for this position and is term limited. We have received 1 application from Ms. Sharon Dillon, a copy of which is in your packet. There is 1 vacancy to be filled by a Meadow Lake golfer. Mr. Bob Adamson is the incumbent for this position, and he seeks reappointment. He is the only applicant. And there's 1 vacancy to be filled by any interested citizen of the City of Enid to fill an unexpired term to March 1st, 2018. Mr. Brad Seward is the incumbent for this position and is term limited. We have received 1 application from Mr. John Parton, a copy of which you also have in your packet. There are 4 vacancies total, 4 individuals to fulfill each of those requirements.
Move we appoint.
Second.
A motion by Ben, a second by Rodney. Please cast your vote. Motion carries 7-0. We do have the winners for the Enid Joint Recreation Triad. Brian Skaggs got 7 votes. Cole Watley got 4 votes. Voting for Brian was Jansen, Brownlee, Ezell, Tim, Wilson, Van Hooser, and Shuey. Be sure you sign all those checks. And collect all the money. And I know you will. You'll do a great job. Cole Watley got 4 votes. Ron Jansen, Aaron Brownlee, Rodney Tim, Bill Shuey. Andrew Long got 3 votes. Benny Zell, Tammy Wilson, David Van Hooser. Brian, congratulations. I don't think Cole's here tonight. Before we move on, we'll wait on the ballot count.
It's for the other side. I think it's a 3-way tonight. It's Mark Kiefer, and then we'll have another round. Jimmy Stocks.
We have 1 winner and 3 ties.
Anyway.
It's a good day in Enid, Oklahoma. It's another first.
So,
The one with 4 votes was Mark Kiefer.
yay.
Those voting for Mark were Ron Jansen, Benny Zell, Tammy Wilson, and David Van Hooser. We have a tie between Terry Cox, Edward Herman, and Jimmy Stallings. Voting for Terry Cox, Benny Zell, Rodney Tim, Bill Shuey. Voting for Eddie Herman, Aaron Brownlee, Rodney Tim, David Van Hooser. And voting for Jimmy Stallings, Aaron Brownlee, Tammy Wilson, and Bill Shuey. We will vote on those 3. Ballot. Everybody have one?
Comes out the same again.
Pardon me?
I don't know if it's legal, but you guys have got a good candidates. Why don't you vote on the other 2 and I'll.
Still, look,
Could still.
who are we voting on now?
Eddie Herman, Jimmy Stalling, and Terry Cox.
So I'll put Stallings on there just for the hell of it now.
And we're voting for 2, or we're voting for 1?
1.
Okay.
Vote for 1, Eddie Herman or
Terry Cox.
Terry Cox. Nice acceptance speech.
He used to be Brown.
You will always help, so I appreciate it. You waiting on me?
Used to be the same color.
Mr. Mayor, while we're waiting, could you all resolve an issue between Tammy and I? Has this wall been recently painted behind us?
Yes.
And the signs were added.
Who noticed?
I did last week.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
A girl noticed.
Last week.
Oh, you did? I didn't notice. I wasn't here last time.
Tammy, I was told about it. I did not
It
see it
used to
last
be
week.
brown. It used to match the rest of it.
I didn't notice it.
Whose
I
idea
look
was
better
it
on
to
the
paint
TV.
it? Steve Kimes?
Steve Kahn had a.
My wife
idea.
noticed it. She saw the meeting the other day and goes, they painted the wall blue.
You guys all look better all of a sudden.
It does, it's
It
brighter.
matches my eyes.
paint.
It's all about making you look good, commissioners.
I assume that was under $50,000.
Yes, yes. In fact, I think we had an existing can of paint somewhere, so.
It's probably about 20.
I just now noticed it for the first time tonight.
Too.
Nice color.
Those Enid signs that we looked through, like everything else.
Nice.
It's that Enid colors. It's
Yes.
I heard yesterday.
sense, but.
To be
I don't even see the cameras.
Hurts long.
I don't know who the decorator is.
So they match better.
Gerald, can you tell us who selected this color?
Well, you know, I think maybe I had some, actually, Steve suggested blue, and I suggested city blue, because we have two city colors, and I think that's what it is the lighter color, city blue.
And we had the paint.
And we had the paint, and Ike Nordisek painted it, so, and then the sign shop, Karen Hackett and Michael Goodpasture put together the nice Enid logo, so that when people are watching this live, they know we're in Enid America, so.
That's Enid blue.
We should get those framed though, so they match everything else.
Do what?
We should get the logos framed so they match everything.
Hey, you can't tell on TV.
So I take it you like it,
I do like it. I think it looks nice.
more freshening up.
We're gonna stay here.
That's Enid blue, what is the brown represent?
Old Enid Brown.
Dirt.
that is the
dirt,
old-
The land,
Color,
Land run. It's land run.
land run brown.
dirt,
It's called dirt, David.
dirt.
Red dirt.
Land
I thought the
run,
dirt around here was red.
land run brown. Between Terry Cox and Edward Herman. 3-3. It's really pretty.
They looked frame on TV.
Other
Has to
colors.
be,
Seriously?
What they would put up
can't be
just for the TV camera.
We have another tie.
Who didn't vote?
Jimmy got one vote.
I swear it wasn't.
It was me, by the way.
Way to go, Tammy. We will vote,
Sorry, I screwed it all up.
we will not have a tie. We're voting on one person, but we're voting for, there are two of them that we vote. Terry Cox, Eddie Herman. Vote for one. All 7 of you vote, there will not be a tie.
Some extra.
Those who voted for Terry Cox, Benny Zell, Rodney Tim, and Bill Shuey. Those that voted for Eddie Herman.
Can we just ask Tammy who she wants to change her vote to and call that good? I just
No, you have to
throwing it
go
out
with
there, but.
No.
Okay, we'll do.
Eddie Herman received a vote from Ron Jansen, Aaron Brownlee, David Van Hooser, Jimmy Stallings. His favorite person voted for him, Tammy Wilson.
She's just gonna look at Tammy's ballot. She's not gonna count all of them.
Well, somebody could have switched it up.
You still have to vote, Mr. Mayor, I think.
I haven't voted.
We had an extra ballot. on
Yeah,
there,
it's right
so-
here. Aaron was gonna vote twice, but we wouldn't let him.
Actually, tell the heaters on it. The air conditioner. It's not cold.
There's nothing of substance.
And the winner is.
It's going to get more exciting.
A couple, I think, yeah.
The new commissioner will be Terry Cox. Voting for Terry Cox, Benny Zell, Rodney Tim, Tammy Wilson, and Bill Shuey. 3 voting for Eddie Herman, Ron Jansen, Aaron Brownlee, and David Van Hooser. Terry, congratulations. I have number 8, administration.
Oh,
Eight.
we skipped one, didn't we?
Oh, aviation advisory.
3.
Ooh. We sure did.
Aye. Says you.
Okay,
You're still on.
I'm on now. 5.3.
She let all the ball, didn't
She
she?
handed off.
Go ahead.
These are the appointments to the Aviation Advisory Board. By our municipal code, the city manager makes those appointments, and then you approve them. There were 3 applicants. One of them, Mark Kiefer, I believe, is the incumbent, and so I'm recommending, or I guess appointing him. And then there were 2 other applicants, Bob Lyons and Richard Hallra, and Bob Lyons is the other recommendation that I, or I guess appointment that I would make. Is Richard Hallra in the audience? I would say that he has a very impressive resume, and I will work with Ono to make sure he gets an opportunity to serve on that board as soon as possible. So, but anyway, those are my 2 appointments, Mark Kiefer and Bob Lyons.
I move to approve those appointments.
Second?
Motion by Ben, second by Ron. A discussion?
I have a question.
Yes,
Why
sir.
is this one any different than the others? What's the history of the aviation board being appointed by the city manager?
I don't really know the history on that. I just know that I got the opportunity to do it. I think it may have been that way for a while. Andrea, do you have any insight on?
You make something up for us.
Joan, do you have any insight?
Linda?
Linda?
It's in the municipal code that the city manager appoint to that board. And we just recently found out about that.
Obviously, it's obviously subject to change if you, because you change the municipal code anytime you
There's another.
want with 4 votes, so, but in the meantime, the way it reads, the city manager makes the appointment.
That's true. Okay, Mr. Mayor.
Whatever.
If you're a good school teacher, you'll have somebody student do the research and report back next week. Anybody volunteering?
No.
Okay. Pardon me?
We need to vote.
Who made the motion? Ben, the second. Ron, please cast your vote. Motion carries 7-0. Now, we will go, item 6, hearings. There are none. Item 7, community development. There are none. Item 8, administration. Item 8.1, an ordinance amending the Enid Municipal Code 2014, repealing Title 9, Chapter 1, Section 9-1-3, entitled Standard Amusement Device Code adopted.
Move approval.
Motion by David to
Second.
approve. Second by Ron. Please cast your vote. Motion carries 7-0. Item 9, consent items.
Move to approve.
Motion by Ben.
Second.
Second by Rodney. Please cast your vote. Motion carries 7-0. Item 10, we will now recess to convene as the Enid Municipal Authority. Trustees of the Enid Municipal Authority are all in attendance at the regular meeting. Item 12, the Enid Municipal Authority regular meeting is now in session. Item 12.1, approval of claims in the amount of $925,184.59.
Move to approve.
Motion by Ben,
Second.
second by Aaron. Please cast your vote. Motion carries 7-0. We will now adjourn to convene as the Enid Economic Development Authority. Item 14, all of the trustees of the Enid Economic Development Authority regular meeting are here, and the Enid Economic Development Authority regular meeting is now in session. Item 15.1, approval of claims in the amount of $815,181.27.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Tammy, second by Ben. Please cast your vote. Motion carries 7-0. Item 16, we will now adjourn to, we will adjourn to reconvene as the Enid City Commission. Under item 17, public discussion. No one has signed up, so we move to item 18, consider convening into executive session pursuant to 25 Oklahoma statute number 307, C10, to discuss economic development and to reconvene into regular session to take any necessary action.
Move to approve, move to reconvene, whatever.
Motion by Ben, second by Tammy. Please cast your vote. Motion carries 7-0.
Position tonight.
Thank you for joining us for the Enid City Commission meeting. If you have any questions or comments, visit our website at enid.org.